Hello and welcome back to TC Gaming. Today I'm back on my Tekkit server and I'm looking at Galactic Core, whatever they call it. So I've got these portals that go to the different realms as well. So it's quite a big topic, so this video is going to be lengthier. Okay, I suppose. So you got... Well, first of all, you're going to need rocket pads for each rocket. Now, rockets are very expensive to make, so you're going to have to make sure you have loads of resources. You'll need tons of things like iron and coal, probably you need a lot of aluminum, that kind of thing. So, you need launch pad, one launch pad like this to make a launch pad, and then you'll need a fuel loader as always. Just stick it next to that and then it should come up like this blob here, and then it's gonna want fuel. So option 1 is to have power. It's gonna need power and fuel. Option 1 see, there's a galactic core. Just gonna set this up, bear with me. Enabled, just make sure it's connected. There we go, so now it's filling up with energy. So this is basically, fuel loader needs energy. Now you can use batteries, basic, advanced solar panels, and you can also use the energy conducts. So it's compatible with thermal with quite a few cables, I'm pretty sure. And then you need the fuel. Now, this actually has a lot of fuel storage. You really don't need to fill up. You only need to maybe put in 3 buckets just to go to a space station, for example. Pretty sure that's how it works. So I'm gonna get a fuel drum, which has absolutely tons of fuel. Actually, what I'll do is I'll see if I can have how should I do this? Well, this is basically loads of fuel. So what I'm going to try and do is, this is probably a stupid way of doing it, but I'm going to get some waterproof pipe, cobblestone fluid pipe. That's where I probably could find it, and I'll just stick that there. And then, actually, I won't need that one. Sorry, pipe. My spelling is appalling. Cool. So I'm just gonna stick that there. Put on a engine. We need a redstone source. You can just do it by the bucket, but I'm just going to do it like this because I can get absolutely tons of oil or fuel. It stores a lot of amount. So now you can see it's filling up. And as I said, you don't need that much fuel. So if I spawn in a rocket, now there's loads of different rockets. Personally, if you're going to make a rocket, I recommend you might as well just put in loads of storage space, because chests are quite cheap and it can be quite useful. Now I'm going to use a tier 2 rocket. Put that down there. So right click to go in it. So you get controls on the side. So fuel, you can see it's got loads of inventory space and the fuel is 0. Now what you're going to want to do is you can shift out of it, or I believe you can just right click out of it, either way. So it's filling up. Now you just click load fuel, load fuel, and you can see it's already filling up really quickly. Now you only need about 60 or 70% to get to the space station on the moon. Obviously if you've got the fuel, you might as well just go for 100, but I normally only do that. Oh, now I'm gonna blast off. I've got a few seconds to turn off the force field. Which one is it? This one, that one. Turn that off. Jump back in again. 2 seconds. So now my fuel's that much, so I'm blasting off now. I'm gonna go to space. Now tier 2 rockets are a lot faster, but obviously they're much more expensive. To make different types of rockets and moon buggies, which you use in the NASA workbench, you need the schematics for it, and to get those you need to go to the space, and I believe you go in moon dungeons. Anyway, fly up there. Well, this is probably going to be a 2-part series. This time I'm going to be looking at stuff to do with rockets and the mechanisms. So this is my space station, Overworld Moon. I'm going to go to the moon. So I land in this little hover thing, which you have to slow down or you'll crash. So you just hold spacebar. Cool. There we go, it's loading now. Cool, now I've landed. Now you probably want to get out because there's lots of mobs on the moon, especially at night. Right click, you can get your fuel out with buckets, and there's the stuff there. But I don't really care about that. So, welcome to the moon. Footprints are, there are a lot of. I'll give you that. Now, you can mine ores on the moon. I believe there's, I can't even remember by heart. See if I can find Galactic craft on here. Yeah, there we go, Galactic craft. So ores. Just gonna scroll down, see if I can find them, or it might not be showing them. Well, there's copper and tin, I believe. Ah, here they are. Oh, that's not them. Anyway, I won't cover those then. Oh, but my main topic, what I'm gonna quickly look at, is a fallen meteor. Now, if you get this, you get I'm just gonna switch myself to game mode. This guy's gonna attack me. I'll go through Power Fist later, but oh god. You can get an ore from this, which is quite useful. Now I'm not gonna let these guys bother me because it's gonna take ages to mine it. Oh great. So even the right dimension. Whee. Cool. I'm just gonna kill these mobs in creative mode because they are really annoying. As I said, there's a lot of mobs on the moon. It's pretty much 1 kill railgun. This guy can go away. So I'm just going to quickly kill mobs around me so I can quickly mine it and show you. Okay. So I'm just going to mine it quickly before I'm molested by mobs. And you should get, oh I don't know. Why? Well, basically you get meteoric iron. I don't know why they're attacking me. I'm in creative. So that's an iron that's normally quite useful. Now there's another type of rocket that I'm going to visit next episode. But I just want to kind of focus on the topic of. I'm going to look at moon bases now. So I can see my flag here. This is base that one of my friends made. So the key thing about having a space station is oxygen. So basically you just put leaves down and then these lovely things called oxygen collectors will get the oxygen. Now on this version 1.6.4 leaves don't decompose. I think in an old version they did, but they don't now, not sure. So here I've got my lava system that generates power, which you'll need all of these machines for. Oxygen compressor, quite useful. So basically these are sealed heavy wires and oxygen pipes. So basically you can put wires into here. It doesn't even have to be heavy aluminium wire. It can be the thermal expansion wires. These ones, conduit, that's the one, can go into there. And same with oxygen pipes. Now I use the sealer, which is probably the most effective. If you're building an open space station which isn't properly sealed, you can always use the oxygen bubble collector, but it's not as effective, I would say. Oh, that's the wrong bit, I'm just going to press it there. So I'm just going to dig this up. You can see I'm running cable along here, and it just actually connects, surprisingly enough, the aluminium wire and the conduits. So you need power going into the sealer and oxygen. You can use oxygen storage modules, is like a bat box in Glatic. And then if I go down here, you'll see is oxygen storage module, which is basically just for storage. And then you've got airlocks, which only the person that creates them can edit. So you've got this setting, which most people use, where player is in a certain distance, it will open for them, or player name. Now you'll need these for it to seal, basically. Just going to quickly go to my space station. Well, I will show you. My space station. So this is my lovely space station. Now you can see all around here I have sealers. Basically, you don't need every room has to be sealed. It can all be open as long as you've got enough sealers producing energy for the nearby area. So you can see I've got airlocks all around here. Now the problem is about space stations is if someone's on here and they're dying, as it were, because someone's broken a block, this is a way of sealing the room down. So you'll see here I've got an oxygen detector, so it looks like current when there's oxygen, and you can see here it's a wireless transmitter. Now I've got it so it opens on a redstone signal, and I've got it inverted because if I can't edit it because it's my friends, but basically this is the kind of setup if you want. I'll show you how to do this. So I'm just going to break a block. That didn't work because that's not an open air. Silly me. Let me just replace that with, not very neat here, but these are the ores, sorry. Copper, tin and cheese. Very nice. So I'm just going to fill this in because I don't want to be a right pain and keep making things wrong. So I can get rid of these and place it there. So if I break this, you can see it's letting in oxygen, and because there's oxygen texture, it seals off this room, so all the other rooms still have oxygen. And that's a clever way of doing it, I think. And if you have a big space station with all the doors open, it's worth doing it if you're not going to seal every room. Now I'm just gonna got mine there, put mine here, and I'll show you how it works. So you can see I've got a redstone transmitter here, and it basically just next to the controller, and that's pretty simple basically. So oxygen detector lets out redstone signal, it sends it through a transmission sequence, a frequency which is 160, so it's linked to this one, and then it basically controls this. So you can also control airlocks for different places as well if you don't want to do it like that. That's sealed, so it will let me out again. So that's basically it really. There is more detail I could go into, but there's a lot of stuff in this pack and it would do my head in going through all of it. So I'm basically going to leave it like that, and maybe next time I'll look at big reactors. show you how to get power, well, a lot of power, and quite cheaply. So for now, guys, that's it done. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Any comments, any questions, put them in the comment section below. I'll see if I can answer them. Can't promise anything though, I'm not that reliable. Well, kind of am, but I don't know, sometimes a bit busy. So, next time I'll do big reactors, but for now, as I said, I'll see you guys next time. So have a nice day, and goodbye.